Trent died. Sorry.
Ah, shit.
Oops.
Well, see you guys.
There was
We
a
all got
dragon. Then. So now you have to make new characters.
The
No,
Tarrasque
Trent
came out.
antagonized the bad guy. Well, not here, and died.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Mir Terreniel was built on the back of a Tarrasque, and
Sweet.
and it's just eaten the entirety of Acheron. It just woke up and ate all of Acheron.
I mean,
It's
we
just
got away,
Tarrasque's all the
but,
way down.
but Trent was not here, so we didn't know what Trent would do when faced with a Trask, so he just stood there and got eaten.
Yep, that sounds like me.
It's 4 Tarrasque on the back of an even larger Tarrasque swimming through space. Okay, Kalinor,
Yes.
you know a little bit about the politics, obviously. You know that IPEC is a member of the Cyan Network, like color, which is sort of generally represents the more disenfranchised people on the council. So rat folk, poor people.
Is he a rat folk?
No, he is a male human. Sorry.
Okay, good.
I had already written it down, so I had to
If
check
he was a
mine.
rat folk, I would have straight up walked up and executed him. Because someone named... Oh, you found his own name. Never
Yeah, I'm
mind.
sorry. Yeah, his name is Ipek Farouz. So he's part of the sort of less well-off group, the Cyan Network. In charge of him, though, or like, you know, the head of the group is a rat folk, actually. I will quickly write some stuff down in chat.
Oh, we also got a note. Well, I think I wrote it down. It wasn't but from the guard captain on 6 guards who had enough information on the monster attack that no one else had. So we have 6 suspects.
The monster attack? Did the bird creature actually attack the city?
No. When we were arriving in the city, I rode to the city and came back with a bunch of guards.
Yep.
So those ones knew more than everyone else, and the
Yep.
information in the letter was more than the information that was distributed to the guard in general.
Cool.
Also, in the middle of the night, Tase got up and went for a walk and came back a few hours later. So because of that, she's now also on the suspect list.
Yes, there is a handout with your list of suspects.
Yes.
And
it can
also
be
you-
edited by everyone, but say that you're editing it because Roll20 deletes notes if 2 people edit them at the same time.
So at this point, it is, let's see, it's probably about sort of mid-afternoon. You spent, you know, the morning talking to your mother and then talking to Guard Captain Celia. Trent, actually, you get a message. And by that, I mean literally, well, you get a sending, technically. Let's see if I can find... Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Whoops. All right, so you received that message.
Okay.
What are you all planning on doing? A whole bunch of stuff
What
that you
time of
can
day
do.
did you say it is?
It's like mid-afternoon.
Could I try decrypting that? Whatever it was, a scroll, book,
A book,
message?
yeah.
Book.
Yeah, you can put more time into that.
Yeah.
I'll need a linguistic check. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you spend some more time, working through it, and you have this sort of breakthrough after you've been working on this on and off for the past day at least, in addition to time spent previously. And as part of that, you make a breakthrough and sort of crack the code on roughly the first third or so.
Ooh.
At this point, it's mostly like just figuring out what it's actually saying, like actually translating it
Mhm.
is what's taking time now. But as you get farther along, the code starts to change a little bit, so it's still going to be kind of a slow process. But in this, you get about a third done, and in this it starts off as like right before it turns into code. It's the book is his notes on study of like local plant life
Mhm.
over the last 100 years or so. It turns into code, and it's still that for a little bit, and then pretty abruptly it shifts into his documented attempts to contact the clockmaker. Somewhat unsurprisingly, based on his what of his scholarly nature, these are very well documented. Like he spent a lot of time on like trial and error doing this. It looks like it's not like he got handed a formula or anything and it worked the first time. It looks like it took him probably a dozen tries or so until he managed to contact the clockmaker.
Does it look like he has any record of correspondence in the book?
No, he doesn't.
That sounds like something you would keep a record of, though.
Well, the part that you get to is basically he just sort of the last thing that you translate is basically his last and successful attempt.
Okay, so there's still more that needs to be translated.
Yeah, you've got another like 2/3 or so. You think it's going to go much faster than it was previously.
Okay.
But yeah, there is still more to do.
I'm sorry, I had to do something for a second. You're dealing with the cipher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I help at all?
I was sort of assuming that you had been helping him on and off with
Oh, okay.
with translating it.
So I don't need to roll anything. Nice.
Yeah, not this time. Maybe on the next one.
Okay.
You have more time to spend on. Okay.
So, what's our first suspect to investigate?
Well, don't think Tase trusts me or likes me very much because I don't trust her. So, how about some of you guys talk with her? Figure out where she went last night.
That's definitely possible. Tase is at the house at the moment.
But,
Or at least that's where she was when we left her.
sure, we can ask her, but if she's really against us, it's not like she's going to tell us. We would have to follow her or use some other means to figure out what's going on.
true, but talking with her seems the easiest course of action for now, since she's not going anywhere at the moment.
Maybe if someone, tries to trick her up, and maybe she'll release some info that she's not expecting to. Out of character, maybe someone can bluff her into saying something. Other skill, but
I assume
try
this
that.
involves not directly asking her where she went. Then
Correct.
yeah.
I should not be the one to talk.
Does anyone have bluff?
I do. I'm good at...
But you're the one
Talking around
she
people.
knows doesn't like you. Her.
Well, I'm just guessing she doesn't like me. I haven't been openly told that I'm disliked.
Yeah, go ahead and try it, man.
Okay. That's one of the things we can do. The other thing we should do, probably, is talking with the 6 people who are on our suspect list. 6 guards.
Let's do that first.
Okay.
Presumably they all live in the same barracks, because they all deployed at the same time.
Well, they were all on the same shift, so... And I'm friends with one of them, so we can probably use that to find all of them.
Alright, let's go do it.
All right. You head back over to, well, you haven't actually left technically. You were probably having this conversation like not very far from the barracks, because that's where you all were last. So if you want to head back in, that's really fine, and just head into like the sort of the quarters for the guards. Kebrael, or Sebrael,
I think it was Sebrio.
Sebrael. Okay, sure. Sebrael is in there. He is playing dice with a couple other guards, but when he sees you all come in, he stands up and waves and walks over. What can I do for y'all?
Hey, mind if I join in?
Sure. Take a seat. Hey, pull another chair out. And the rest of the group sort of obligingly, shuffles around the table a little bit. Makes space for you, and he grabs a chair. And
So, what I want to do, which my person has no skill in, but my character does, is to get everyone talking without getting any true information out, and see if I can glean any information from where they went and who they talked to after returning from the monster hunt or
Like-
monster chase.
Talk about the monster chase and see if they start letting information out.
Yeah, just say like the monster chase was tough and scary and stuff like that, and how we went and rested and what the guards do after that and things like that.
okay.
Try
Sound-
to see if one of them wasn't with the other ones.
Yeah.
And also try to double check all the names I got.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get them talking about it. It's aside from like the weird giant ghost giant, what are you gonna call it?
Yeah.
Giant ghost giant. Aside from that, that was you and your arrival was sort of the other big thing that's happened this week so far. So they are perfectly happy to talk about it. Other than Sebrael, none of the guys at the table are the guards that you were with.
Yeah.
But so they spent a little bit talking about it. The Sebrael mentions that.
I'm editing the suspect notes.
Thank you. Sebrael mentions that Ainsley went home pretty quickly, but that he's he also sort of mentions that well, one of the other guys is like, yeah, but she always does that, or he always does that. What else? And he also mentions that Prokoros Monika asked about you, like later. Sounds like he was, and not just him, like
Asked about
Prokoros,
me or the party?
the party as a group. Asked about you all later, and apparently it was not just him that Prokoros asked. It was several of the other guards piped up that, hey, he talked to me as well.
That was the guy who doesn't like us and sending letters?
No, that's Ipek. He's on the council.
Okay. Who is this
Prokoros
guy?
is one of the guards that was with us when we went after the monster.
Gotcha.
Other than that, yeah, that's mostly like the useful information that you get out of it.
So this Prokoros, during this conversation, as soon as that's brought up, I try to find out indirectly how the other guards feel about Prokoros.
Okay. You give me another bluff check or like diplomacy. Sense motive would also work.
Try sense motive.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. I mean, you get the sense that they generally like him, like more than just as like like colleagues. But they do think he's a little weird. He's an undine, so he's a sort of fishy water person. But they don't know a whole lot about his his story. They don't really know why he city.
How long has he been with their squad?
About a year.
Has the whole squad been together for a year? How do squads work on the city guard?
They're more than happy to talk about this and complain about it.
Yeah, I try to spin it as a curiosity.
Yeah.
See how the mechanics work.
So it's like everybody's on rotating shift basically, and so you don't always end up with the same people. Usually you do, but everybody has slightly offset schedules. And it's usually something along the lines of 4 on 3 off, or 5 on 4 off, something like that.
Right.
So generally, yeah, you end up with roughly the same group at the same time of the week, but then like the next day, you drop one person, pick up another. Apparently, it's guard captain Celia's idea to set that up.
I'm guessing the guard captain handles all of the logistics and leading, or are there sergeants and lieutenants?
She handles most of it, yeah. She has they take this moment to flag to spend some time gossiping about Viral. What do you think about Viral? Like,
He's an asshole.
yeah, right? I feel sorry for Captain.
Yep, same here.
Sounds like it wasn't even her choice to have him assigned to her. It was Yesphere.
Yes,
Like
fear?
she can't even pick her own secretary?
No, it was assigned by the council, but I didn't know who had assigned it.
Yeah, Yesphere's the tiefling lady, member of the military committee. And you want to give me a knowledge nobility, see if you know more about her?
Yes, 1 second. What do I know?
Okay. You know that Yesphere is Yesphere Genya. She is a member of the Cyan Network. Which, for those of you following along at home, is the same group on the council as IPAC. You know there's a couple other members. The council itself, just for background, has like 20 people on it total.
How do they get everything done?
Committees mostly.
So are they the deep
Right.
state?
It's committees all the way down.
Pretty much. I mean, Ailuan is a fairly influential like by herself as well. She is the head of the Upward Pack, which is the largest group on the council. At 7.
Probably don't mention this during our conversation with the guards, but with everyone else afterward, would Viral know this information?
Know what information about the
The bird creature thing.
We talked about that last time, actually, so you would probably know. Viral came here days after the bird creature incident, and even then, his room is far enough from the office of the captain, which has thick walls, that conventional hearing is not possible, and it is an assumption on everyone's part that most offices of fairly important people in the city have anti-divination magic in their construction, so Viral couldn't have spied on the captain.
And it's not part of his duties to handle that kind of information.
Just as a bit of mixing player and character information, I would assume Viral has nothing to do with military information, which is what this monster would be about. He seems to be just keeping track of his schedule and keeping a very close eye on the captain.
That's a reasonable assumption. Yeah.
How important is Yesphere Kenya?
I mean, she has a spot on the military committee, which is only 3 people, so that's decently influential. All the other councils are like 4 or 5, or sorry, all the other committees are 4 or 5.
I need a freaking whiteboard and some red string.
Oh man, I mapped this whole thing out. It's great. It goes all the way down. You have no idea. Every single council member is named and has a race and a group.
I did not sign up for political bullshittery.
You absolutely did.
We did select it as our
We
concept
did?
for the
Yes.
campaign.
Fuck. I forgot about that.
Can we get a new empty page with no grids? That was a legitimate question.
Yes, you can if you would like. I can also expand this page if you want.
I don't want to mess this one up, it's too pretty.
Okay. You want me to put the major and minor NPCs on there as well?
That would be very nice of you if you do.
Sure.
Are we going to create a virtual dartboard with red
Yep.
strings all over it?
I am
Okay,
going to
good.
do that for the next few minutes while you guys deal with Tase.
Oh god.
I don't want to play a single player game. Oh, also,
So we're done at the barracks.
well, not yet. While as the conversation moves towards Yesphere,
Mm-hmm.
that she is assigned this person, I do throw in a couple hints of political complaint just to stir the pot a bit and see how the guards in general feel about the council.
Okay.
And if they point out any other guards as being very patriotic of the council. Another bluff check?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Okay. All right. It seems like this is another popular thing to complain about. Everybody, has opinions on like certain members of the council that they like or dislike. Most of the guard are sort of feel that they aren't really represented on the council. That they get sort of bossed around by the military committee. Because the sort of four major groups are, there's, as I said, there's the Cyan Network, so it's sort of the less fortunate. There's Iluan's Upward Pact, which is this like the social elite.
And you said there's 7 members of that one?
Yes, there are 7 members of that one. There is the People's Federation, which is sort of more merchants. Some of the guards are part of that, or are like pseudo members.
What was the last one, sorry?
The People's Federation. And then finally there is the Combine of the Oriole, which is really only 3 people. It is members of the Royal Academy.
And how's the popularity of People's Federation? What was their thing?
They're mostly merchants. So their whole thing is like, lowering taxes, making roads safer, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. But I don't sense any, like... I don't sense any dislike for any particular group. Like any outright dislike.
I mean
Just general political opinions and leanings.
The Cyan Network is definitely less popular among the guards. There tends to be, some clashing sensibilities because the guards end up dealing with a lot of the people who consider themselves members, and then frequently they end up having to talk to IPEC or some of the other members and explain, okay, well, here's why we had to arrest this person this time. So that they're like they sort of you get the sense that they understand why the Cyan Network sort of exists and why it protects its members, but that they consider the whole thing kind of a hassle.
Right.
How are council members added, or elected, or selected?
The council members are effectively sort of picked, I guess, out of basically the council's charter has requirements. It was modified, 20 or 30 years back to basically require the council to include people of several different social classes. So usually it ends up being there is sort of an approval process by the current council members, but it's usually fairly it's pretty much assumed that most people who end up being chosen will be picked, will make it through.
Okay. That's it for me, unless Trent wants to ask any questions through me.
Nope.
Okay. Then I will start.
Well, actually,
yes.
I'll do this on my own, though. I'll say, I'll be talking to the guards, and I'll say, have you seen any word of this creature that we tried to find? Or that we tried to fight? Or any others weird activities?
Yeah, they've They mentioned that a couple of their farther ranging patrols, especially ones that like go out on the roads and then to the forest around, have seen like what they think are traces of the beast. They talk about the feathers, like finding little tufts of feathers here and there nearby, and that it's been a couple days since you've gotten here, and they're saying that they've found little bits of feathers covered in weird blood and like little metal shaving as recently as yesterday.
But no confirmed attacks.
No, not yet.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's go talk to Tase.
Yeah. If you wouldn't object, I would like to take the rest of the day to do some research on the symbols we found. The tower and the shield.
I will help.
Okay. And can I use that as taking 10 or 20, whichever you think appropriate, for going to various libraries?
Yeah. So are you? So libraries. So you're not just gonna stop at your like parent library?
I mean, I'm gonna stop there, but
Yeah. You
If
have
I
already
don't-
spent some time looking through it
yeah,
for that
if I
stuff.
don't find anything satisfactory, I'm gonna go looking through the city.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna use this time to set up this whiteboard
Okay.
I'll be a
Great.
helper.
and also play the game.
All right. So it sounds like other people are going to talk to Tase then.
Yep.
I should not talk to anybody.
Sir Dan, you want to come?
Yes.
Also, I scrolled up back to the top. We voted for understanding the Rending, not political bullshittery.
It was mentioned that that would involve political stuff and less combat. So,
Okay.
just because there isn't a written record of it doesn't mean you didn't get yourselves into it. Okay.
Yeah, so Tase is at the house, so I will find some drink or food or something equivalent, and I will bring it to her. And yeah, Sir Dan, yeah, come with me if you are so inclined.
All right. Tase is sitting in like the garden outside all your rooms. She is. What is she doing? She's probably meditating, actually.
When she meditates, does she use any equipment? Candles, things that you pray to idols, things like that.
Uh-oh. What? Definitely wrote this down. Okay. Yes, it looks like so there is a so she's just like sitting on the ground sort of in the middle of a small paved area garden. There's like little dirt paths in between sort of the gardens around that, and then the rest of the house surrounds it on all four sides. So she's sitting in the middle of that. Looks like she's sort of soaking up the sun. It's nice and bright still. And there is a single rose in front of her, and it is like standing on one end, like standing on end. It is definitely like been cut though. Like it's not like like a plant, like an entire plant. Like it's just like
Single
what you would
stem.
like. Yeah, it's like what you would hand to someone for like Valentine's Day or something. So it is standing on its end, about a foot or so in front of her, and is like slowly spinning.
I'll have some tea with me. I will be a few feet behind her, and I will wait a few minutes for her to finish her meditation, and then if she doesn't stop, I will just go.
Sorry to interrupt. What's the symbol for timekeepers?
You have that backwards. It's the the timekeepers. It was a gear.
With a clock in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The unknown faction one you have backwards. It's like a tower inside of a shield. But that's very close otherwise. Cal, you don't have to wait very long. She actually, like, you hear her let out, before you have to interrupt her, you hear her let out a sort of slow breath. She opens her eyes and stands up, stretches by sort of, she cracks her back, and bends over, picks up the rose, and then turns to you. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, so Sir Dan and I were wondering what happened. It was last night or this morning? Last night.
I mean, technically this morning, in the
Okay.
probably like 1 or
It
2
was
a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So what happened last night? Where'd you go?
She looks down at the rose and back up at you, and pauses. I was attempting to make contact with someone I know here.
I don't suppose you can tell us who that is.
It wasn't, well, I suppose it was less someone I know and more anyone, any member of the group that I am also a member of.
You're a clergyman, fellow clergy.
Yes.
And you needed to sneak out to do this. Why?
I was not entirely sure how they would take it. I wish to leave a message and let them contact me if necessary, rather than going to them directly.
So you might have, how do you say this? Gotten on their bad side a little bit? Or they're not.
She tilts her head
good
slightly.
side?
Yeah. That is a good way of putting it.
Well, what caused that?
The Rending. I lost contact with many of my fellows when the Rending hit. Some of them now blame the goddess, or the gods in general.
They think the gods abandoned all of us?
Yes.
I believe they're still watching us.
She smiles.
We still have these powers, and I just do like a cantrip. Ors and whatever.
What are you?
Inquisitor?
Oh, okay.
Of the goddess of magic.
Right.
I'll do light, because it's the one that has the most visual effect.
Yes. My powers did not remain. I had to, well, we had to rebuild them.
I actually didn't have powers before the Rending. This is a fairly recent occurrence.
Ah. you found a group that had already solidified then,
Mm-hmm.
or had maintained itself through the rending, is rare.
Magical power is very important to Church of Mystra. It's kind of why we worship her.
Indeed. I'm one of her foci.
Wait, say that again?
I think
Like-
I just misused the plural of focus.
Nope, it's foci.
It is foci, okay.
She said that she is one of the foci of Mystra.
No, like the magic stuff that you mentioned is
Oh,
one of Mistra's foci.
Yeah, gotcha. I just changed the subject kind of abruptly. I'm going to attempt an intimidation check. I'm going to say, all the sneaking around is making members of our group wary of you. And we all worry about what you're doing and why you're so secretive. If you're truly not against us, why can't you just tell us what's going on? Maybe that's a diplomacy. I don't know, but I say that.
I mean, if you want to try to...
I was thinking it was more intimidating though, because I wasn't being very nice in my head.
I mean, you could... The way you could have said it could have also been much, stronger, louder, but, I understand that, you're a real human being in a house probably with other people, and
Correct.
so you don't need to be yelling into the microphone.
Yep.
So if you would like it to... Yeah, okay. What is intimidate opposed by?
Target CR in combat and general difficulty checks out of combat.
Well, that's useless.
What?
I mean, I always make it up when I go along, so.
Alright. I guess like a will save would work. Defense. She just crosses her arms and gives you a stubborn look. If you want me out, then tell me, and I will leave.
Just
We.
be mindful of what all this looks like.
She sighs, runs a hand through her hair. I am trying to sort things out, cold as that may seem. I am having to deal with my own problems as well. I apologize.
Well, you're still a valuable combatant, and you've helped us out of a scrape before, so I'm not ready to throw you out to the wolves. But, maybe throw us a bone time and again. And I don't actually walk away, but I kind of do nonverbal cues that I'm about to walk away. Like I pick up something. And
You pick your tea back up or something.
Yeah.
You get so do you just she doesn't say anything as you
Nope.
go to leave.
Okay, then I just leave. I just
Um,
didn't want to be rude and immediately walk away before she can say something.
Well, she lets you get probably just about to the door that you came into the garden through, and she sort of half shouts across the garden. Oh boy, what does she shout?
Oh no, the writer has written the line, but doesn't know the dialogue.
Oh my god, it's George R.R. Martin.
Let's see. Oh. Actually, I have basically written down exactly what I want to say here. Perfect. She shouts, I'm not an ASMR.
I turn around. Serta, were you walking away with me, or were you next to her?
Yeah, I was definitely walking away.
Okay.
I always got
Yeah,
your
I
back.
turn around. Now, come a few steps towards her. Oh, really?
Yes. You said I should throw you a bone, and you were right. I should be fairer. I'm not an ASMR. I don't know what's happened to me.
Oh, so you don't have powers from your god, but you do have powers from something. Since the Rending, I assume?
Yes. Well, it's easy to hide. Well, some of them are. The ones I use most days, those are from the rest of Milani's followers. We found each other, some of us, after the Rending, and banded together, and as part of that, we conducted rituals that effectively pooled what magic we had. The rest of it, I don't know where that comes from. The wings, the healing I did to your friend, those were not from Milani or from my other clergymen.
I think that's a good
It's from
start,
Cthulhu.
and I hope we figure it out.
Thank you.
And I'll be right back.
Baby. She an angry baby.
Sirdan,
Yes.
you're good at research, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
If I told you more about what's happening, could you help me try to figure it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. I'll write down what I can, and we can start tomorrow.
That works with me.
Now, if you will excuse me, I think I need to meditate again. And she goes to sit back down if you don't have anything else.
I don't have anything.
Cool.
Excuse me.
Meanwhile,
At the corkboard.
how is your corkboard going, Despot?
I'm making a symbol.
You gotta do that like what is it, the Justice League announcer voice? Meanwhile.
I'm
not good
done
at
making
that.
A symbol. No
Meanwhile,
one is
back at the
allowed to
corkboard.
Alright, which one's Pepe Sylvia?
Who?
Pepe Sylvia? It's from that episode of It's Always Funny that you always see referenced.
I have literally never seen that show.
But I'm sure you've seen the meme.
Me?
Oh, it's that picture
Yeah.
with him in front of a bunch. Okay, got it.
Yes.
That was very unhelpful. What picture? Of what?
It's
The
With
crazy
who?
guy in front of the corkboard.
Oh.
it, that picture.
I
Right.
finished making symbols.
Great.
See how it says Pepe
Okay.
Sylvia in the back?
Oh, it does.
Mm.
And it's actually supposed to be Pennsylvania because Charlie is illiterate. And he thinks that everything is addressed to Pepe Sylvia.
All right. right. Let's see. Orcs attack. All right. So, what would you like to do now?
At this point, I'm probably just a spool for red string.
Here.
I'm not actually carrying red string with me throughout the city as I research the symbol. which is why it's good that I have a spool.
Oh, right. Okay. You're researching,
The unknown
looking
factor.
around. Okay. All right. So you said you wanted to take 10? Take 20?
Or 20, whichever you think appropriate.
So what does that
From my
mean?
memory, taking 10 is like 1 or 2 hours, taking 20 is taking a day or two.
It's basically auto rolling until you get a 20 on a
Yeah,
die.
when you're not
and-
pressured by time
Yeah.
or at extreme
Oh,
risk
okay.
of wrong information. Like, you can't do it for poisons when someone is sick, because wrong information could kill them.
Like, I could do it for crafting, but it would also use a lot of wasted material.
Yeah.
Speaking of crafting, Grim, would you like a upgraded scythe?
I suppose.
Sweet. What kind of
Be able to alter this scythe? It's kind of attached to me in many ways.
Well, I was kind of gonna design one that had like a little magnetic clasps on it, so it could just stick to your back.
I mean, I already have a thing for that.
Bast, can I upgrade her scythe?
Yeah, I mean, you would mostly be popping out the blade and stuff.
That is true.
So yeah,
So what does this do?
taking 10?
No, I mean, what is the improved scythe thing supposed to do?
Depends on what you want. Like, Mike just got the like a cold steel sword. Well, I guess they got that a couple
Oh.
sessions ago, but that has like anti-fey properties.
So what was your idea for it?
I was probably just gonna do like a masterwork version. If you wanted, I could upgrade the medals.
What does the masterwork version do?
I think it's a +1 to the attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll give you my scythe for you to tinker with,
Sweet.
which may or may not be a horrible, horrible idea, but
Well, I mean, it's not gonna get any worse.
you say that. But this, I don't know if this scythe is like special or something. Because like, it has kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Because it has that ball in the center that's filled with the same fluid that I am filled with. So like, and also the base is filled with that same fluid. So like, it seems like I'm more heavily connected with the scythe than a normal scythe is,
Can I
which
do a check to
doesn't-
determine that best?
Sure.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have a gameplay effect because technically it's just a scythe, but like,
I'm assuming it's gonna be knowledge engineering.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
yeah, so like you're probably I mean, you've probably already been trying to figure out me as well for a while now.
Yeah, but I'm not high enough level to do constructs yet.
Mm.
Okay, with that knowledge engineering check, you think you can probably do sort of a ship of Theseus thing where you
Yeah.
swap out components one by one,
Okay.
and then was it ever a different size? Who knows?
Yeah.
Can I do like a hot swap style blade system to change out the metal? Like, for whatever's advantageous?
You probably take apart the scythe and you find out that it's really weird because the pole itself is like a tube. It's not like a solid pole, so you have to like drain all of this goo into something before you can work with it. So now you have
Oh,
you
so
have
it's a weird
bunch
sex
of
thing.
you
Oh.
have you have a tub of weird grim goo from the
Thank
scythe,
God.
and now you are working on it.
I'll
And it's a
just-
strange scythe.
I'll just put the Grim Goo in a latex sack.
Very.
Alright, so do you want any kind of semi-exotic metal?
I don't know.
Like,
Do I?
What are there any? What kind of metals can I find in the city?
I'm not the person to ask that question.
Best.
Yeah. Let's see. That
Can I-
list it's on. Is it in like the crafting page?
I've got it in the advanced equipment.
Um.
Or ultimate equipment.
Ah.
Let's see here.
You want to take like a screenshot of it, or
Yeah, I thought I had it marked. Shit.
I mean, so as like a general rule, you're gonna be able to find all the common stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. But like the really expensive stuff is gonna be hard to find, with the exception of anything that's like jewel-like.
Yeah.
Agron does a lot of mining of fine crystals and stuff. So that kind of stuff is pretty common around here to see. But then like the rarer metals are obviously much harder to find because most of the area that stuff used to come from
Yeah.
is now the cold ways.
So it looks like I might be able to find alchemical silver. Cold iron. Maybe fire forged steel and frost forged steel.
Yeah, probably. The latter two would probably spend like a day wandering around the city looking for it.
Yeah, it's also going to be about 600 gold per for fire forged and frost forged. Cold iron's going to be shoot. I think it's 25 times 2, so 50 gold.
What does all that do?
Alchemical silver is like good against lycanthropes.
Yeah,
I mean,
but doesn't it have a weakness?
uh,
It's weaker than normal or something like that? Or does it not?
the wielder takes a -1 penalty on the damage roll.
Yeah, so not that on my main thing. Maybe I'll get some brass knuckles for my punch or something like that for that, but
Cold iron. It actually doesn't have a distinct ability.
Yeah, I don't think it has a stat. I think it's just for damage resistance.
so things have damage resistance against normal iron that they don't against cold iron or hot iron.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
more like a weakness to cold iron. Like Faye would have a weakness to cold iron. It would, I think, do more damage.
Right.
I don't know. It's up to
Yeah, probably.
Blitz or not Blitz. Bast.
Yep.
Fireforged steel lets you, if you like stick it in the fire, it heats up for, or it gives you an additional 1d4 points of fire damage for the next 2 rounds.
It also works if you get Firebulb.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that again?
If you like heat up the Fireforged steel, here, I'll post that in the chat.
Okay.
Actually, I'll
I'm wondering
post
how-
this whole thing in the chat.
Okay. I'm guessing this is a taking 20 thing at
oh
this
no,
point.
I've got high enough crafting that it's not a problem.
Oh, okay. I was just assuming it was going to be because we're already taking 20 on one thing, so the other party might as well do something that does that.
Tespot is just taking 10. If he was
Okay.
taking 20, it would like...
Actually take
taking-
days.
Yeah, taking 20 is literally 20 times as long as whatever you would be doing.
Mm.
And so for some like research like this, you know, that's going to be... That could be weak.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find Elysian bronze.
I mean, you could go looking for it,
Uh,
but like that would be like you would be spending tomorrow, like the next day, in game, just looking for it, probably, depending on how lucky you get.
Are dragons a thing? Dragons are a thing.
Yep,
yeah,
they're a
dragons are
thing.
still a thing.
Dragons are a thing. Right. Okay.
You fought one at the
Yeah.
right at the end of the previous campaign.
Yeah.
He ran away.
Yeah.
After 2 of you turn into Tyrannosaurus Rexes. For reference. Let's not make it sound like, you know, he ran away because, you know, you guys were all big and scared. No, you literally turned 2 of your party members to Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Right. I ate him from the ground.
Yes.
I completely ignored all the rules of merging into stone. But but I jawsed him from stone. I'm so disappointed that meld into stone is such a shit spell.
Yep.
And that I had to literally break every single part of it in order to make it cool.
Alright. So I would recommend against Frostforged Steel because I think a lot of enemies do have frost resistance. And it's harder to get it cold.
Okay.
Alright, so what are you making?
Cass?
The masterwork is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
most important.
Masterwork's not that hard.
And the cold iron seems like a good idea. I still don't 100% know what the fuck the Fireforge steel stuff does.
Basically, if you heat it up, it stays really hot. And you can use it to
Okay.
deal, like, fire damage.
I mean, that sounds dope as fuck.
It really does.
And it kind of, apparently it gives fire protection of some sort?
If it's armor.
If it's
Yeah.
armor, okay.
Did we actually read that letter? I thought we didn't open it.
We did. You're talking about the letter that was on the grave?
Yeah.
We read it after we realized that the person who came was more looking for us rather than looking for the letter. And the letter was addressed to Veritan. So which is weird. So the letter wasn't even meant to be picked up, I guess. It was kind of like an offering, I suppose.
Okay.
At least it seemed like. Yeah, so I guess masterwork Fireforged?
Alright.
Because, that sounds dope as fuck. I can set people on fire with my scythe.
Alright, let me
And-
source some material. It's gonna cost 600 gold.
Yeah. Thankfully, I spent nothing. I spent very little money of when we actually got it. So I have a shit ton of money in gems and in, let's see.
Best.
That would be
What's up?
50 platinum?
Can you
Or
expand-
60 platinum, rather?
60 plat, yeah.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
I do what?
Can you
So
expand your page a bit?
Yeah.
So I will sell, and this isn't gonna, go to shit if you get a bad roll, right? We're not just gonna lose the 600 gold.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I'll sell the medium quality gems that I have, and because I basically put a lot of my money into gems, and then yeah. So I give you 20 platinum and a shit ton of good gems to buy it.
Alright. So I go sell those, and I'm working out the DC check right now, Bast.
Okay, cool.
And considering they're gems and you're buying it from probably a blacksmith or something, they could probably just take the gems outright because they have use for them.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Yeah, the economy around here with gems being a fairly common in this part of the world, they're very liquid that way.
Actually, with crafting, isn't it 1/3 the material cost?
I honestly don't remember.
I think it is.
Not my job to remember that.
Like, if I'm buying the raw materials, yeah. Alright, so I give back...
so you're just buying, you're not buying the item, you're buying the materials for an item.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll give you back the
Okay.
gems and take the 20 platinum.
Right, okay.
Alright. And for the special materials, I'm gonna say it's a +3 bast because I feel like it's between mithril and cold iron.
Uh,
Mithril's a +4 and cold iron's a +2.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So it's a 3, a 4.
Testbot, I expanded the page, and also it was the combine of the Oriole, like the bird.
You corrected it, thank you.
Yes, I did. I just wanted to be clear that it was not the combine of delicious chocolate cookie.
Yeah, and what's the guard captain's name?
Aw.
Celia? EIA. Sorry, I'm
You
gonna
cut out.
like that.
Like what?
Yeah, I put it in chat. Discord.
No, oh,
I can also put it
okay,
in chat.
thank you. No, that's fine.
And I guess I switch over to helping with my scythe because I probably understand how to.
Yeah, I think
Actually tinker with it. Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like the craft check is 17.
Okay. I'm suspicious that you're gonna crush that.
Well, I mean, I've got a +16 for weaponsmithing, so.
Pathfinder.
Um,
It's my favorite.
Was I muted? Okay. I'm not anymore, I don't think.
Did you what was your complexity on that?
7? Or 17, sorry.
No, I mean, like what was the
uh,
item complexity?
Moderate?
I think it's complex.
Really?
Yeah.
It is an exotic item.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, you're killing me.
It's also. Sorry about that, but I kind of made an item that was specifically, like. It's a weird Arcan item that was attached to my body that's filled with the fluid that is filled in my body.
Moderate
sorry
calls
about that.
for characterized by diverse materials or different parts that must be integrated into a whole. Examples: most martial and exotic weapons, bows, all shields, locks, simple traps, and acids.
What is a complex thing?
It'd be like armors, crossbows, vehicles, smoke sticks, tinder twigs, armors.
A tinder twig is more complex than a lock?
I think it's characterized because of diverse materials and or decoration. I don't know.
A tinder twig's like a flare.
Oh, okay. I'm like, the fire starter is a complex mechanism. Okay. What would the skill check be on a complex thing?
It'd be a +8.
Instead of a +4.
Yeah, so that would bump it up to a 21. And it would increase the time needed to 8 days.
Oof.
But if I roll a 34, I can get that down to 2 days.
And I did give you the +5 potion. Because I did give you... Because you had a lower thing. Or you had to lower your stuff.
Alright, so are we going with complex?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit.
All
Okay. I'm assuming I can still put back together her scythe while I'm crafting the new head for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like it's a craft DC of 21 and 8 days to craft.
And what do like? Am I able to help at all? What does that do? Is that like a generic plus to the role for helping?
I believe aid another is
You roll the skill. If you get above a 10, you give a +2 to whoever you're helping.
yes.
Okay.
That.
So do I have to roll a craft check?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so 21 is my thing to beat.
Oof. I'm helping.
If I beat it by 5, it's 4 days. If I beat it by 10, it's 2 days.
And you're getting
Okay.
+2 from Grim.
Yep.
And
And are you
plus-
drinking the potion?
Uh,
Because
Yeah.
if you do, because I can make the potion again.
I'll drink the potion. that
Okay,
gets
so you
me
have a
another
+7.
+5.
You have a +7 on top of your +17.
All right, so this isn't gonna fail. We just gotta see how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's
that
a,
was a
that's a
19.
42.
Do
At level 3? Wow.
do check the craft skill, because sometimes there are, if you beat by so much, you get
Yes.
bonuses.
He's
Yeah.
cutting the time in half twice, I believe.
Okay.
You know, since I beat it by so much, can I just make it in 1 day?
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's a 42.
Oh my gosh, that was gross.
He just really gets into Grimm's goo.
Best, it's only gonna get worse.
Oh, Pathfinder. One
You
of my
just-
players just rolled a 42
At level 3.
at level 3. I mean, to be fair, like, this is the thing that you are good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get that, but,
I'm
You
also
just-
decent at combat.
woof.
He just got really, really interested in Grimm's scythe. And Grimm doesn't have to sleep. And he decided he doesn't either.
Yeah, you guys are going to be up late into the night making this. Okay, so that's what you're doing all day.
All right, and then
That's
I
what
stamp
we're
my.
doing all day.
Once we finish, I stamp my maker's mark on it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sorry. Okay. Kalinar,
Yes.
you are doing research.
And I put a thing in chat.
There we go. There's my maker's mark.
Your maker's mark is the copyright symbol?
It is the
Whoa.
Sirdan symbol. Thank you very much.
Fucking hell.
What was that in reference to, Testbot?
In the unknown faction. I'm pretty sure after we talked with, let me find his name, Shakoba, he said Veritane was talking with people who were about that.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't paste anything.
I was gonna say
Oh. Hold on.
I was a little lost
Yeah.
there.
There.
Yes, I believe that Shakoba told you.
And Beth,
Yeah.
do you have all the councils mapped out and named?
Yes.
Okay, can you double the horizontal width of the page, please?
Yes.
Oh god.
Thank you. Also, feel free to tell me to stop and do something else if you want me to, but as my character is in a progress bar, I'm gonna be doing this, and I'm enjoying it, so don't worry about me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I was wondering
I'm
if you
curious.
wanted to.
I'm curious what Trent is doing while everybody else is like Kalinor is deep in like many books, and Sirdan and Grim are deep into forging a new weapon. And meanwhile, Trent is just
What is Trent
somewhere.
doing?
What is Trent doing? Because we're spending a lot of time on this stuff.
Yeah, I am going to the librarian. I forget her name. And I'm going to ask her if she knows anything about the Mercari court.
Hold on, I'm gonna self. Or not. Goodbye. Hold on a second, I'll be back.
Okay.
Watch the whole city get nuked in a session, and then all of this whiteboard will be for nothing.
What if I could craft a nuclear weapon?
Oh god. You might be able to.
Yeah, with the 42, you probably can.
I mean, I probably got high enough knowledge engineering as well.
I still don't know how you got a plus 16 at level 3.
Let's see here. I took Master Weapon Crafting feat, which gives me a +2. I've got Masterwork Tools, which is a +2.
Do
I get.
any of these bonuses specify the type of the bonus?
What do you mean?
We should talk about this while Bass is not here. Typed bonuses do not stack with their own type. So if several bonuses give you like a +2 conditional bonus and a +4 conditional bonus, you take the +4, you don't take +6.
One of them is just.
And if they just straight up say bonus, then they are untyped and stack with everything.
Yeah, I think they stack with everything because one is a weapon crafting feat, and the other is tools, which always increases it. And then I've got my +2 for my class skill. And then I've got 3 ranks in it. And it uses my int, which is a +4. And I think I get another +2 or 4 from my my class.
I'm back. Testbot was right about how things stack.
That's what was
Wow.
right about what?
How things stack.
Oh, you heard.
Yeah.
Totally weren't going behind your back, Bass. What are you talking about?
I may want to look at that at some point just to make sure.
Just to make sure, because I mean, a lot of the bonus was just me stacking extra stuff on top.
And he did roll a 19, so
Yes, that does help.
Yeah.
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 And he gets half
So-
from his class, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
masterwork
it's-
tools, and then a feat specifically for weapon crafting.
Yeah. Like, I would not be
so
surprised if it completely
This
checked
is
out.
his shit.
Yeah, it seems to completely check out. But
Yeah.
It's a little ridiculous.
It's just
I think it's on the edge of acceptability.
it does not help the fact that I, for some reason, without much of a reason at all, just took a thing that gives you +5 to crafting items.
Also, Bass roll 20 chat.
Hold on, I need to. Sure.
Also, you can just PM me the screenshot if that's okay for you, and would be easier.
All right, I'm back. Testbot, yes, I can put the council stuff chat. Probably. Where were we? Trent, you
Who
wanted to go talk
is
to
the...
Agun Firuza.
Yes.
What were you going to
What's
ask
she
her?
doing? What's she doing when I'm at the library?
She is sorting books.
I say, excuse me, do you know anything about the Mercari family?
You referring to the the organization?
I suppose I am. I'm not familiar with them.
The Mercari are they're sort of a guild, I guess, of merchants. They oversee most disputes between between shopkeepers and tradesmen in the city.
I look at the note, realize that it said court, not family. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry about that. I misread that.
Ah, yes, yes. The Macari Court is they hold council. I guess I'm not totally sure what you would refer to it as. They hold their council in a building on the west side of the city. You can't miss it. It's called the Macari Court by pretty much everyone.
Do they have a particular reputation for any sort of, personality? Are they ruthless? Are they very benevolent?
They mostly follow the will of the People's Federation. Cheadara, the head of the People's Federation, used to work at the Markari Court.
So if two businesses have a dispute over something, they will both agree to go to the Macquarie Court and then accept whatever judgment is.
Generally, yes. Occasionally, one family, one group or another will refuse, but frequently the court will make its power known and provide a ruling regardless of whether one party wants it or not.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you need?
Oh no, just needed to know that, and I kind of like flashed the letter, as to say what the context was,
Mm-hmm.
and then put it back in my sack and go find the rest of the. I'm assuming everyone's together, or I'll just go find them and bring them together and say, yeah, I received a letter from the man who assigned me on this mission, and he suggested we go look at or talk to someone in the Mercari Court.
Do I know what the Macquarie Court is?
Yeah, you would have heard of it as like a place where disputes get resolved by businesses, basically.
And is this in relation to a specific thing we're looking at, or just a general hint?
A more general hint. You might be able to provide some information about the various things that are going on in this town.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll be back. My cat has found a plastic bag again.
Kitty.
So, I missed what letter you're talking about. What letter are you talking about?
It's
just so I can write it
secret.
down. Oh,
The one that was in his head.
okay.
He's getting paranoid delusions. That's one, right?
But I did share with you that it's a contact from the person who sent me and it says go to the Makari Court.
Okay. I'm just writing the end thing, and I needed to
Yeah.
know. Because this is already complicated enough without me missing information. Oof, I'm trying to figure out if I should cut this list of what we're doing into separate sentences, or if I should just have it be a big run-on sentence. I don't even know if it's technically a run-on sentence because it's a list of what we're doing, but there's a lot of stuff in the list.
All right,
Oh
I'm
dear,
back.
I don't know how to type properly.
Yeah, if you think your notes are bad, my notes
Why?
are real bad too.
Why am I the one typing the end cards when I don't know how to grammar?
You
To
choose to go
practice.
to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
Fuck, I guess. I need to look up what a run-on sentence is again, because,
You can type
It's
run-on
been a really
sentences,
long-
Cass.
yeah.
Yeah, this is not an essay.
We're not
Be
grading
graded
you.
on this.
I just want to, like, use this as a way to hopefully improve my typing at some point. So I probably should actually know.
Well, typing and grammar are completely different.
Yeah, I guess so.
So once everyone's done with their various chores, I will get everyone together. Sure, I'll include Tase, and I'll say, let's go to this court that I've been given a clue for. May lead to nothing, but at least we'll know somebody in town.
Okay.
Okay, you can definitely
I'm
do
with
that.
a 10 best. My knowledge and ability check is 17.
Okay. On.
On the unknown faction.
Okay. All right. Trent, are you planning on doing that, like basically tomorrow, or are you doing that today?
Yeah, I guess so. While they finish their various checks.
So today.
Uh,
I'm sorry, that was not a clear answer.
yeah.
We're finishing our various checks by sometime tonight.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so you do that. What else do I have? Oh, right. I did not mention something. Kalinor, as part of your expedition to find out more stuff about this unknown faction, one of the places you go to expand your access to various libraries is the Royal Academy, and while you were there, looking at a book in a library or something, someone walks over or leans down. It's a Well, I say leans down. More leans over, I guess. They are a male gnome. They look to be sort of middle aged. Have large glasses on, kind of singed hair. He adjusts his glasses and leans in towards you. Who are you?
Do I know them?
I don't know. How much time do you spend with your brother at the Royal Academy?
Probably visited them a couple times and that's it.
Okay. I mean, then you might recognize this guy. You're pretty sure your brother worked with him.
Okay.
So, like, maybe you were introduced once and then forgot, or, something like that.
Okay. So I'd say, wait, how old is this guy?
He's, like, middle-aged for a gnome.
Okay.
I think it's, like, 150 or something. I think.
But he looks like he belongs here, and my brother's been working. Okay, so I turn to him and say, "Hello, I'm Kalinor."
Kalinor, right. I'm Dermid. I worked with your brother, I think.
I believe I've seen you with him before, yes, but I don't think we've met before.
Well, it's nice to meet you officially then.
Same here.
What you looking for? Anything I can help with? I'm between projects, you see.
Oh, I see. Well, I remember seeing a symbol. I don't know where I saw it, but I was trying to figure out what it is, and I haven't found much, which has sparked my curiosity.
Symbol. What does it look like?
I hand draw the symbol for him.
He peers over it for a couple of moments. Nope. I don't know.
Sense
I haven't ever seen it. Well, that was fun.
Can I sense motive?
Sure.
That's a pretty good check.
I mean, like, he seems like he doesn't know what it is.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look at it. If you know where I should look for more information on it, I'd be happy to take your advice.
Well, I mean, I think your brother's office is, I think it's on the 5th floor? Yeah, 3 down from mine. It's mostly still, his stuff is mostly there, if it's related to what he was doing. I don't know.
It could be related, it could not. I honestly don't remember where I saw it, but I'll take your advice and look there.
Great. The door is technically locked. It is technically not his office anymore, what with, not existing.
Yes.
Yes, his absence. Thank you. Technically not his, but the person who uses it now, I think, is out on an island somewhere in the middle of the ocean. I think they seemed like the wandering sort,
Right.
that like go out and find things, sort of academic. So I didn't really get to know them. So I think most of his stuff is still there. You can probably just like jimmy the lock. Nobody really walks through there anymore except me.
Wouldn't
Would
his
you-
stuff get taken back to his mother's house and not just given to the new owner of the thing?
I don't know. I mean,
Sounds like the new owner hasn't been in there much.
I mean, if I was moving in somewhere, I would get rid of everything in there first. Gotta make it my
I mean,
space. But,
this is out of game, but I would think that his mother would be high-ranking enough to be able to reclaim the stuff from his office. Like, I don't think it would just stay there.
yeah, that is true.
It is, but I'm willing to go along with this. What was his name again? The gnome?
His name was Dermid.
Dermot.
And this was at the college?
Yes,
Yes.
at the Royal College.
Can you show me where it is? Where the office is, please? There, man.
Oh, sure. Come on.
Thank you.
And he goes bounding off, without even waiting for you, really.
Okay. I follow and gesture for Grim to follow.
I'm not there.
Oh.
That's why I said it's out of game, because I'm
Okay.
not there to comment at all.
Okay. then
That
I
was
follow.
an out of game comment from Cass.
Right. Okay, in which case I pick up a few of the most suspect books, so they're not out in the open, and then follow.
Okay.
If there are any suspect books, I don't know.
I mean, there are, yeah, you probably pick up a couple that you think could lead someone to make draw
Okay.
conclusions about what you're looking up. So yeah, you leave. About 30 seconds after you leave, a librarian comes wandering over and looks down at the stack and
Just heavily sized.
and shuffles them all onto a cart grumpily.
Wait, if I see them going to pick stuff up, I whisper to Syl to go sit on those books, please.
Okay. Yeah, so your owl, right, flies back.
Yeah. And if
Well-
the librarian looks around, and sees me, I gesture like 1 minute to the librarian as I'm running after the snow.
Okay. She stands. She crosses her arms and taps her foot, and watches you go.
Okay.
She's going to wait exactly 1 minute before taking those books. You know that right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to have to find all of those books again.
Probably.
All right. So you follow Dermot off into the sort of the bowels of the building. He leads you through, a bunch of twists and turns, like down a small staircase and under something, and then back up again before winding up 5 stories. And there is a small L-shaped hallway. He brings to. He points you at one of the doors, but as he's doing that, you can see 3 doors down the band.
The college
was-
band, the music band?
Yep. No, 3 doors down, 3 doors away, you can see there's little bits of smoke curling out from underneath the door. And as he points you to the one door, he's like, "Oh no, my experiment!" and just rushes in through the door, the one with the smoke coming out of it.
Okay.
There's a bang, and some more smoke starts coming out.
So it wasn't.
Does he sound alive?
You can hear him cursing over the occasional bang, but yes.
Okay. I use this opportunity to go in to my brother's office.
All right. It is locked.
Let's see. I don't have knock.
Knock is also very loud.
Oh, it is?
Isn't knock a very large radius of a boom and then it opens? Isn't that what knock
I didn't
is?
know that.
That's what knock. That's what knock is in 5th edition. I don't know what the
okay.
rules are in Pathfinder, but I know in 5th edition it makes a very loud sound.
It's like you're fucking on the gate, knocking on the gates of hell, and just wham, wham, wham.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're literally forcefully opening a door.
So he said shimmy the lock. I'm going to wiggle the door a bit, hoping that's enough.
The door resists your extremely
Shimmy.
small effort.
Okay. Fuck it. I summon a dagger and try to unlock the door.
Okay. What sort of roll is that?
A roll shimmy.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, that's enough.
Whew.
It's probably
Okay.
just enough.
It takes a couple seconds, but yeah, you manage to like jam the dagger in just far enough, and you hear it click. It opens.
Okay, I quickly go in and close the door behind me.
Okay. Um, the office is very dusty. You have definitely. You said you visited your brother here before, so you probably recognize his setup. In comparison to the like, in contrast, pardon me, in contrast with the like organized but also like kind of chaotic of his room at home. This is like just organized. It looks like everything has its place and a place for everything. Like there are a couple of bookshelves with everything. You just like by glancing at it, you can tell that there is clearly an organization system happening here. With like all of the books are most of the books at least are labeled in your brother's handwriting. Several of them you can see are like look like they're just like his writings, his research. There's a shelf for like below one section of his research that is clearly books that he has borrowed from or brought from home. That are all about the great inner sea and plants there.
Do I see any of the tower and shield symbols anywhere?
Do you want to make me like a perception check?
Yeah.
So you're gonna like look around then?
Yes.
Okay.
Without disturbing things as much as I can.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. With the exception of like there's a decent amount of dust on the floor
Yeah.
that you're swirling a little as you sort of poke around.
And like if you picked up and read anything, then you would be disturbing dust. But like you can't necessarily help disturb dust in a place that has not been opened for 5 years.
Yeah, but this symbol is carved into things and like locations, not objects. So I'm hoping to minimize disturbance.
Yeah, so you look around through a bunch of his stuff, and as you are probably just about to give up, you lift the cover on a book just to see if there's anything interesting. Title, and as you sort of flip through it, like just as you go back to like place it back down, part of you recognize part of the symbol on one of the pages, and when you open to that, like it's like on like the just like on the edge of the page, you just catch a glimpse of it, and when you open to that page, you recognize the same code that Sirdan and Grimm had been investigating earlier. And on that page is also that symbol.
What's the book?
Book is a modern history of the fauna of the Great Inner Sea.
Right, okay. I detect magic on the book first.
The book's not magical.
Okay, I put it in my pouch
Okay.
of hiding things.
Aha! Nice.
So his room had a bunch of like very obvious signs of experiments, be it botanical or interplanar. Does this place have any of those?
No, it doesn't. like nothing obvious, and like there aren't any like plants sitting around, and you haven't like found any like magical equipment or ingredients or anything.
Okay. Do I see any signs of like a bowl for a cat or something like that?
Yeah, there's one under his desk.
Okay, great.
It's like kicked back sort of into a corner, but yes.
Yeah.
There.
Can I use a sense motive to see if there's anything hidden here, or if there's anything that Veritan would have hidden here?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, you poke around some more, and sort of like you sit in his chair to sort of get a feeling of what the room is like from where he would normally sit.
Mm-hmm.
You lean back, and as you do, your foot sort of swings up a little bit, and you kick the desk, and the sort of thunking noise that it makes is not the noise that you would expect from like a solid piece of wood.
Is it the
and
sound of like an IKEA desk?
It's basically made out of cardboard that's been illusioned to look like a nice. No.
I can see button on the desk and the Declaration of Independence slides out.
How did you guess? Agron's Declaration of Independence.
So what's in the desk?
So yeah, you lean down and poke at it a little bit, kick it again, and you discover that there is like a sort of hidden, not like a drawer, but like a it's like a little like
Compartment?
rolling, yeah, like a little compartment. It like in the bottom on one side underneath it basically, and inside there are there's another scroll. This one is folded up, so I guess a piece of paper, and there's a folded up piece of paper, and once again it has that same code that you saw before. And this it looks like in his hand you can see there's also a that symbol that you've been looking for has been sort of scrawled on it.
Mm-hmm. I also put that in my pouch of hiding things. And I look around. If there's nothing else, I listen at the door to see if there's a lot of people outside.
You can hear that there's someone out there. It sounds like they're talking to excuse me, Kat. It sounds like they're talking to Dermid.
Okay. By the way, looking around the room, does it seem to me like anyone's been in here in the past 6 years?
Probably not.
Okay.
So he was just someone lost the key. Like he was assigned the room, but they
disappeared
forgot.
with
But
the key,
they but they don't have the key for it. So he would need to like spend money to have a locksmith come out, and he just doesn't have the time for it. So he just left the fucking thing. That's why no one came to claim his stuff.
Okay. But yeah, listen at the door, pick an opportune time, and leave. Hopefully, not get noticed.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, that would be appropriate, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Nope. I opened the door and it slams
How?
loudly behind me.
You have a -5 to stealth?
How?
What are you wearing?
You rolled a 2 and you have a -5 to stealth?
Don't know how.
How do you have a -5?
What armor do you have on?
Okay, hold up.
Because that doesn't
Armor I
sound
have
right. Just like Serdan's +17, -5 does not sound
Yeah,
right.
it doesn't sound right, does it?
The most negative I have is a -1.
Armor, Masterwork chain shirt, ACP -1. That's
Okay.
armor check, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's -1.
Yep.
I have a dex of 10.
Okay, so you have
And your stealth modifier is
-1.
so -2 total.
Why -2?
He was including the armor in his stealth check, best.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, look at that. -5. That makes no sense.
Does the chain shirt give disadvantage on, or not disadvantage, but does the chain shirt give a specific penalty to stealth because it's clinky?
-1.
I
Okay.
will-
Well, all armor does
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay, so something funky's happening. At the most, you have a 1. You rolled a 1, which is still bad. Like, that's still a failure, but it's not -5. Like, or it's not -3, rather.
That's really weird. Well, okay, we can try to fix that later.
But yeah, let's assume 1, and the door slams loudly behind me.
Yes.
Or whatever else you want to happen, sorry.
Next question is, does anybody actually care?
Dermot sticks his head out. Ah, Kalinar, good to see you. I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay, are you okay?
I'm okay. My experiments, they did some things that I will have to record now. But yes,
Would you like some help?
probably better if we have magical shielding on and don't let quarantine the area.
Right. I don't know any specific spell you're referencing if you are.
That's okay. Let's see. Oh, I wrote down stuff that I vaguely remember now. Bad news bears.
Only vaguely remembering's the worst. Because you know that you know it. You just can't remember it.
Like, I'm pretty sure somebody shows up, but I'm not 100% sure if they show up. Or if they're somewhere else right now. Gosh darn it.
This is confusing DM bullshit that I don't have to deal with because thankfully I'm not the DM.
Look, I literally have like 10 pages of densely written notes at this point.
This
to flip
is why I'm not a DM.
I mean, I am way overdoing it on this, but
Because the problem is that when I was a DM once, that one time, a long time ago, I also went overboard and I fucking just destroyed myself in notes. That was my mistake. It didn't help that my entire group was a group of people who were also DMs, and I wasn't.
Oop.
So I was DMing the DMs, and that really did not work well, because everybody gamed everything.
Well, I can't find where I wrote down the thing about them, so I guess they don't show up.
They went and had a coffee. They're 5 minutes late to their appointment, so they accidentally did something else.
Oh. Okay, I think I remembered who it was. So no, they don't show up. I don't think. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's it. You hear someone inside like yell at Dermot to come and help them. This one's getting squirrely. Literally. And he waves at you and runs back inside.
I go and catch a quick peek at what's happening inside.
Okay. It is Dermot and a sort of stocky looking human woman. They are wrestling a chair to the floor. The chair is resisting and has a large fluffy tail coming out the back.
Walk away. Just walk away slowly.
I walk away.
That's the only thing you can do when met with an animate chair squirrel.
Yeah, I say and I back away.
Weird magic.
Okay.
Weird magic, man.
Also, on the way. Okay. God damn it! You've given me new leads.
Look, I have to keep track of all these leads too. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but you
So
know
go
where it's
back to
going,
the
at
books.
least.
That's true.
I go back to the books. Hopefully,
Mhm.
they're still there.
There is an upset librarian having a stare down with Syl.
Okay.
She
I
sees
go-
you and like flushes and walks away.
She was just staring at this bird for the last 5 minutes.
Owls are very good at staring contests. I pet Syl and pick up books to go to check out because I also want to see who was in that room since Veritan was missing.
Okay.
Who did the room get assigned to?
Okay.
And
Yeah,
also after that, okay, let's deal with that first. Then after that,
Okay. Like the person you check out books from is capable of telling you who's like
Yeah.
who's in what offices. And she tells you that it is currently occupied by. Welcome to that I wrote down. I literally saw this like 2 minutes ago.
Remind me again what was in the secret
Oh.
compartment.
secret
Scroll?
compartment had a note written in code with a symbol
Okay.
in Veritan's handwriting.
Okay.
Veritan's office is currently occupied by Maria Angarona.
Who is she?
She is an Arakakra archaeologist.
Nice.
You mean Tengu?
No, I mean Arakakra.
Are Aarakocra Tengu in Pathfinder?
Aren't they?
Because technically Tabaxi are cat folk or something like that. Like Tabaxi aren't technically a race in Pathfinder.
I thought they were in Pathfinder.
There's a cat race that is basically Tabaxi, but they're not called Tabaxi. It's weird.
I guess I do mean Kenku. Or Tengu. Whatever you want.
Not Kenku. Kenku are different.
Tengu.
They're like, yeah. Maybe that's why they changed it to Aarakocra, because Tengu and Kenku are very different, but also
Wait, are
very
they?
similar sounding. Yeah. Kenku
Okay, who
Kenku
are-
can't fly. Kenku are like
Right.
crow or
The difference is
raven
flight.
creatures
Okay.
that
Yeah,
cannot
Tengu
fly.
cannot fly either.
And they Okay, so then it is Aarakocra.
It is Aarakocra, right? Sorry.
Yeah, because Kenku are the crow people that can imitate voice but can't fly.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for the confusion, Bass. It's cleared up now.
Great.
Okay.
You were correct.
I tried to set up an appointment with her.
The like the like person you're talking to is like, I'm sorry, don't know when she'll be back. She's gone
When will she
for
be back?
she's
How
usually
long?
gone for months at a time. You know, generally, sometimes she'll tell us where she's going. This time,
She
think-
is an archaeologist. I understand.
yeah, I think she was heading up to Keijima, maybe.
Spell that, please.
Kaijima is north of Ost.
We're not on the map.
Yeah,
We're
When did she
on.
leave?
We're on the billboard.
she left a month and a half ago. I'm really sorry you missed her.
No, that's okay.
Testbot, is it okay if I move you off your string map?
Yeah, I'm done with the string map for now.
The dartboard of consciousness.
You don't understand. I have literally named that map Testbot's string map.
Yep.
I mean, I can try getting a letter sent to her if you really need it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It, not that urgent. I don't
Okay. She usually comes back every 6 months or so.
Okay.
Which means she might be in Kojima for a while.
Does anyone else use that office when she's gone?
No, it was assigned to her. But yeah,
They
It's
lost the
mostly-
key.
mostly sat empty. I think we were told to not really touch anything in there.
Oh, that's weird. She must be peculiar about her furniture.
I mean, before she moved in.
Oh. Is it an archaeology dig site in there?
I mean, I'm sure you've heard the rumors about Veritan.
Rumors? What rumors?
He was a researcher here. He disappeared. Nobody really knows what happened.
Oh,
But his mother is Diluan Traxitus. She's on the council.
I've heard that name.
Anyway,
Pretty interesting, I think.
yeah. Anyway, someone important told us to not really touch his stuff, and I think they just I think they found Maria because they knew she wasn't really going to use it.
Well, whoever put Maria in there was a very tactical and strategic person. Not pissing off anyone and not wasting college resources.
I mean, we probably need the space, but it would be nice to have someone in there. But I'm sure some of the faculty would love it. But
Then the Miss Angarona would get, or Professor Angarona would get annoyed at not having an office, I presume.
probably.
She doesn't actually
Or someone
use
will
it.
get more realistically, someone on her behalf will get offended.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I've heard a lot of names thrown around about who told who made us leave it alone, but nothing solid.
A lot of names?
Oh, you know how people gossip. They say, oh, it was Ailuan herself. Oh, it was Chea or like Chea's
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheodara, head of the People's Federation. He's council head right now.
Oh, that
Um,
Chea.
yeah. I mean, pick any of the
Any
Combine
of
of
the
the
heads of the
Oriole.
council.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah, pick anyone on the council. But mostly it's like people. It's usually those two or the Combine of the Oriole. Most people's guess.
And who assigned a room to Professor Angarona?
That's
Probably the
it's
dean?
yeah, it's the dean. It's Maynard.
Well played by the dean. Thank you for your help. I guess I'll either be back to send the letter in a few days or be back in 6 months.
All right, hi. Hope I see you then.
Yeah, see you then. And I leave, and on the way back, I would like to purchase a potion of Speak with Animals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a thing you could do.
75 gold off my character sheet. Hello.
Hello.
What?
How's
Okay,
it
everyone
going?
was silent.
Sorry, I was.
Yep, we
writing
were
stuff
all
down.
very silent.
Yeah.
What you thinking
Um,
about?
All right, am thinking that it is just about time to be done for tonight.
Oh. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep.
It is also time to see if these notes go past the 2,000 word limit. They do not. Huzzah!
Damn, that's some good notes.
That's a lot of notes.
All right, so the quick recap.